PalawaThepiki, Episode 2. The date is November 21st, and this is our Thanksgiving special.
Yes, it is.
In honor of our mascot, Wendy the Turkey.
What? Yeah.
That's what turkey sounds
Oh, Wendy Maxon.
That's what a turkey named Wendy was.
Awesome.
Are we really out of stuff to talk about after like two shows?
Well, I mean, are we going into a segment?
Let's restart that whole introduction.
Are we going
No,
into
I
it?
thought that was good.
No, I thought that was good. But are we going into a segment right now, or what are we doing?
Yeah, well, we do have a segment lined up, but I thought we'd just
We'll random talk at
shoot
first.
the shaft.
We could just shoot
Well,
the
you know,
shot.
GSC's putting up their Christmas decorations. I've never actually noticed that they did it before. I thought elves did it.
You didn't see the Santa Claus that pops out of the present, like that balloon Santa Claus next to the bookstore that scares little kids? Love it.
Yeah, that is pretty genuinely terrifying.
It's you know, it's odd.
It's odd?
It's odd.
It is odd.
So, what are the Christmas decorations that have gone up?
Well, they're putting up holly. One of the GSC workers is wearing a hat that says "the humbug."
Oh, God.
So don't ask her for laptops.
40 lashes.
Or lap.
Okay. Well, Target actually
Six
has their
lashes.
Merry Christmas sign up as soon as you walk in now.
Is that true? You guys, it's not even Thanksgiving. That's again, like we said on last segment, that's kind of offensive to Thanksgiving. And to like people who celebrate Thanksgiving. Like everybody.
I like how Nick tried to make his voice sound deeper, but he just sniffled, and he clearly has a cold still.
We're not
You're
going to talk
better-
about. Listen, my voice deepening exercise at the beginning clearly worked. Listen to my voice right now.
Well, your voice is I don't know. My voice sounds pretty much the same.
Well, again, I've been doing this for 4 more years. than
I
you
spent
have, so.
5 minutes of my time doing these exercises with you, and I have nothing to show for it.
Well, it's because it's.
I have the same caramel baritone I've always had, listeners. Don't you worry.
That's
And
disgusting.
the same homeless
That's
style haircut. as
right.
well.
That's disgusting.
Gonna get cut.
By the way, finally got my bomber jacket. No thanks to you.
Why don't we keep our personal grievances off the air, Nick?
And why don't you keep your responsibility off the air? Oh, you have to find some first.
I'm sensing a lot of tension.
There's a ton of tension. I'm really glad that I switched seats to separate these two, because we
That's
could have
okay.
had a cat fight.
You can't handle me anyway. By the way, reminder: no Dr. Gavorgian classes tomorrow because I know you would have forgotten. You're welcome.
I do.
You're
I
welcome.
forget when I have class. I never forget when I don't have class.
Okay. So, but yeah, there's Gallagher stuff going around all for Christmas, and
Gallagher is our student center, by
right.
the way.
And I mean, it's going to be odd since we know that legitimately it's probably not going to start snowing till after Christmas at this
Yeah.
rate.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a snow guy though. Are you guys snow people?
Yeah.
Dude, oh, I
Well,
love
you're
it.
from Boston, so
Yeah.
hello.
In Cleveland also.
And you're
so-
from the Mistake on the Lake, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell the story about that saying? Everyone thinks it's a really, you know.
Didn't your lake
Everyone
catch
loves
on, your
that name.
lake caught on fire?
Your lake did catch on fire.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Oh, but there's a
Oh,
YouTube
no, a
video
river
of it.
caught on fire.
The Cuyahoga River caught on fire, and it is not the only river in the world to do that.
It's not the only
In fact,
river in the
It's
world.
it's not the only river in the U.S. to do that, actually. The Cleveland earned the nickname Mistake on the Lake because Cleveland Municipal Stadium was built like at the beginning of the 20th century because they were planning on having I believe the Summer Olympics in Cleveland one year. So they built the stadium.
Well,
for
that's
that.
your first mistake right there.
Exactly.
The
that's
Summer
why-
Olympics in Cleveland, everyone's a loser.
So they built. I'm just gonna shut you up. So they built the stadium, and they didn't end up having the winter or the summer games in Cleveland, like due to a fluke. And so people called the stadium.
Fluke.
The stadium was named the Mistake on the Lake because it was built with taxpayer money for a purpose that it never.
Are you trying to exonerate your city? Because you even made it seem more lame.
No, I'm just fixing the common misconception that Cleveland, as in general, was named Mistake on the Lake when it was not.
Okay, you clear that up. Mistake on the lake.
I like Cleveland. As a Cincinnatian, I'm supposed to talk all sorts of muck about Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it. Every time I've gone there, I had a good time. Great Lakes Brewing Company is one of the best brewing companies.
A point of interest for you would be alcohol.
Okay.
Nevertheless, Great Lakes Brewing Company.
Yeah, it's gonna be this show. It's gonna be
Please
this kind
don't
of
bring
show.
all these problems onto the
It's
This
gonna
is
be
actually
kind of
this is
show.
actually topical because Great Lakes Brewing Company
has released.
one of the most fantastic I think beers that I've ever had in my life, which is
What is it?
of course Great Lakes Seasonal Christmas Ale.
It is bottled Christmas, folks.
I'm not really a beer drinker, so.
I think you'd like this.
Really, even me, really, truthfully? Why
Here,
don't you
you
pull it
know
out of
what?
your backpack right now then? Let me have a sip.
PalawaThepiki listeners, I challenge you.
Good.
Find us on Facebook, PalawaThepiki.
Yeah, and visit our YouTube page. We need more views.
We'll have a link to these on our YouTube page, to our Twitter and our Facebook, and comment on our Facebook page. What is your favorite holiday beer?
That means you, Luke Schredeman.
And we're making a plug for Great Lakes, but it is up to you. Make your vote.
Also, members of Great Lakes Brewing Company who may be listening, we love your beer. Send us more of it, and we'll continue to promote it.
Indeed.
On this also powerful
Send
radio
more
show.
of it, yeah, as if we've been getting like truckloads.
Right.
of Great Lakes.
I imagine that the Great Lakes Brewing Company is nothing short of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory in Cleveland. This is only when they make Christmas ale. Like the rest of the year, when they're making like Burning River and stuff, it's just a beer brewery. But during Christmas time, it could be like 45 degrees and sunny in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
It's snowing on it. The roof is thatched and has snow all over it. You know.
Yeah.
So who are the Oompa Loompas? Let's be real.
Elves, Nick. Elves.
First of all, no need to go that loud on radio.
Yeah, did I just like make the
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
blowing
kind of
it
just
out.
destroyed people.
Who's Willy Wonka? Is it Gene Wilder or
No.
or is it
I would-
Johnny Depp?
I would
No,
think
Colt
probably,
McCoy. Colt McCoy.
Yeah, Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy. In which case, I would eat a chocolate bar every day of the week.
Yeah, Colt McCoy is Willy Wonka, and
Peyton Hill is a slug.
For those of you who don't know,
Mike
Colt
Colt
McCoy is
was Mike
Colt
TV.
McCoy is now the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, which is a shame because he did much better at Texas where he went to school. Talk about a downgrade.
talk about we had a great game yesterday, and I'm proud of it.
Congratulations. You'll have
Probably
another, you'll have
probably
another
Colt's
one in
best
7
game
years.
of the best game of the season so
Oh,
far.
wow.
Well, let's talk. You want to talk
They
about the
scored a
other Colts? Because I can't really defend my Colts. The Cleveland
Yeah.
Colt is okay. The Indianapolis Peytonless Colts, are they 0-10 now? 0-9?
Your city just sucks all around.
Suck
I'm
for
sorry.
luck. Suck for no. We're not. No.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you
will
one
graciously
thing?
attack.
I got stuck in traffic in Indianapolis.
Whose fault
Dead-
is that?
Dead traffic.
Whose fault is that?
The one-lane highway. I blame that.
Right. Well, at least the Colts won the Super Bowl
Yeah.
against the Saints.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Oh no, shit! They did. Oh shoot! They didn't. Oh, you fooled me.
We're gonna have to edit that in post. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Or replace it with like a duck wax. or
Here,
something.
here,
Oh.
right now. Beep. There you go. I gave it for you, so that you can just cut that out and
That's
lay it
great.
over.
Yeah, that'll be really easy. Thanks, Nick.
Okay, so what's next? What's
All right,
next?
we have our first official segment, which is Monotone Times with Mike Glenn,
Yeah.
where Mike Glenn speaks news stories of recent current events in his sultry voice.
Monotone times.
Hello, listeners. That was my
That was the monotone.
that was my sexy voice. A recent story was actually from the Pakistan Telecommunications Agency, and Ollie, I feel like you would like this because this is all you text people. Recently,
Yeah, that's
they
true.
sent out a list of words that they've deemed offensive or sexual. Such words are period, intercourse, breast, hostage, flatulence,
Oh, come on.
monkey crotch, Jesus Christ, and Wu-Tang.
Not Wu-Tang.
The whole purpose of the list was so that cell phone companies would block text messages and scan for these words. So, Mike, I'm afraid I won't be informing you of when I have flatulence anymore.
Well, you know
United
what's
States-
strange? The last text I sent virtually had every single one of those words in it in that order. So I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I just would love to see the meeting in which these words are decided. Oh, well. All in favor of banning monkey crotch.
Yeah. I could see them getting ready to walk out the door. They've got the list almost completely intact, and everyone's leaving after like a 24-hour meeting, and someone goes, "Wait, you forgot monkey crotch."
Oh!
That one is the one of these things is not like the other at this moment. Monkey crotch. What's
I mean,
Can we read that list again? I want to hear those.
Period,
period?
intercourse,
Sex,
breast,
breast.
condom, which I don't think I said the first time,
But that promotes safe. Whatever.
hostage, flatulence, monkey crotch, Jesus Christ, and Wu-Tang.
Why Wu-Tang too?
Well, no, here's one thing.
Yeah.
Are they gonna like woo-ah? Like is Busta Rhymes? That's Busta Rhymes, right?
Like, I mean, first of all, Wu-Tang, I mean, they're not in their prime. I mean, Wu-Tang at once
You're right.
was pretty awesome in the rap world, but now, I mean...
Well, I'm just
If you're gonna ban anyone, ban Kanye.
Or Eminem, you know?
yeah, they should ban good artists.
Yeah, that's like saying the national banned words in the United States
Like
are
Beyonce.
crotch, monkey crotch, and Coolio. Or Busta Rhymes. But,
They should also ban Beyonce because she's amazing.
she's okay.
Stop it. We're not gonna fight like this on the air.
Well, the words might be there. There's a longer list. I just took the
Oh.
ones that
Oh,
that-
okay.
that stood out to me. Yeah,
That's
they,
fair.
they
Okay.
only banned 10 words on the entire list. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it makes as much sense as
Well, whatever.
banning
Like,
Wu-Tang.
They have the word period on there. What about, like, in a different context? Like, for example, I have had it with your goat in my yard. I will not take this anymore. Period.
Nope. Shot.
No.
Your text
Decapitated.
message would be blocked.
Decapitated.
What? Or what if, like, I really hope I don't miss first, period.
Nope. Decapitated.
That was very inappropriate.
Now I'm gonna curious.
No, I can go much more inappropriate. I've really been holding myself back, and I'm actually quite proud of myself at this segment.
You dropped the first S-bomb on PalawaThepiki.
I know, and I apologize. I
Yeah.
said shoot.
All right, second story.
Yes.
This one's a little bit more upbeat and
Okay, good.
charming.
Okay,
it
good.
starts off bad, though, so Nick might get offended.
Oh, Lord.
A couple weeks ago, in an Alabama dog pound,
Oh, this is gonna be good.
they were going to put about 10 dogs to sleep.
Shame.
Shame.
After they
Michael
checked the section where they were gassing the dogs, a beagle walked out, and the beagle managed to survive the whole segment process. And they were stunned because I think it was like less than 5% of dogs actually survived the gas chamber. So they named him Daniel. I think it was like a biblical reference. I'm not 100% sure.
It's Daniel
And-
Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
I did the research. It's named after Daniel Day-Lewis
Okay.
because he just can't seem to die. His soul died years and years ago.
So he borrows other people.
But he borrows other people's souls, and that's called method acting. But continue.
Gotcha.
Okay, don't touch my hand like that again.
I'm sorry.
Okay. They got about 100 requests to adopt a dog. Now we're holding hands, me and Nick.
It's love.
And
They're so clammy.
I know.
Are you sick?
I'm sweating.
Oh, ew. Okay, continue.
This is really uncomfortable.
I guess the CIA hasn't trained you to hold.
I wanna hear what happened to
Hold
this
back
dog.
your sweat, Mike.
No, because it's just very warm in this.
Finish
room.
the dog.
Okay, sorry. Stop yelling at me. They got 100 requests to adopt a dog, and he finally found a home with the Dwyer family in Alabama, and they hope to use him as a mascot to end gas chambers for dogs and to promote.
Yay! Oh, that's
neutering and
awesome.
spraying. It's
Is everyone in here a dog person?
I'm
a dog
I'm
person.
absolutely a dog person.
Me
yes.
too. Me too. Ollie,
Monkey person.
a monkey person.
I am more of the dog person.
Well, I've seen your room, so I think you have to be a dirty dog person.
There are very few cats
Hey,
that I
Nick.
like, and I'm mostly dogs because we have a bunch of cats around our house that are very annoying. Like they hide under our cars, and then when you go to like get in your car, the cat like just goes.
I do
and
too.
you're like,
They're called
holy crap,
neighbors.
like-
Yeah, mine are called roommates.
Mine are called deer. We do. We have that problem with deer. Not crawling under our cars, but we have deer all over the place.
Are you sure they haven't crawled into your car?
No, I'm not
They
positive.
could be those crazy manic deer that, they're just like you would look under your car to find your lost toy and they just bite your head off. It's happened to me a couple times.
Has it?
You had your head bitten off by a deer.
But now it's back.
Yeah. Segway time.
Can I get some credit?
A good thing about a funny thing about.
No. I'm
Sorry.
speaking.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm getting a little feisty because I want credit for this because over the weekend, actually I lied. It wasn't over the weekend. It was on Thursday night. I cleaned my entire bathroom, and I feel like a domesticated woman, and I feel like this will be a good trait for me
Join the
down
club.
the road.
Join the club.
It'll be a good trait for you to be a domesticated woman.
Domesticated woman.
In some cases, or I've decided that I also should just get a maid when
You're-
I get older.
Your next lesson should be how to make a good pie and not share your views on anything. Then you'll be a real domesticated woman.
Can't do that. So
We're really going there today, guys.
I know,
Yeah.
it's going to be a
Between
good
the little
show.
cat fights between us.
It's going to be a good show.
This is our Let It Be, you know?
Could be a good show.
We had our first episode now. We skipped straight, like, from all the good stuff.
We're Howard Sterning it up.
Moral of the story: Mike Glenn is going to one day make an excellent housewife.
An excellent house. Marsha Cross. I
Well,
see him as
no.
an ex-Marsha Cross.
The other idea I had was just to get a maid, and that way, no matter how poor I get in my life, I'll always have the maid. So even if my
Not if you're
kids,
poor.
well, no, I'll make sure
Are
I
you trying
have
to say
enough
that's
money to pay for a maid. Like if my
Okay.
kids need food, the money's going to the maid. The kids can like. I mean, that's why people leave trash outside. They go, just go find your dinner, and then we'll have Susie the maid come by, or like
Susie the maid. Oh, okay.
I'm giving her an American name, or
Right,
it could be like
PC.
Rosalita. You know?
Offensive.
Sure.
She'll
Yeah.
clean my house.
Yeah, she could have any name really, like Margaret or
Yeah.
Charles. Charles. She could be a guy.
Yeah,
Your
that's
maid
true
could be
too.
a
Why are
guy,
maids
dude.
always, talk about gender roles? I'm going to slap you. That's really offensive now. Now I'm actually getting offended.
I'm offended as well.
I'm offended.
I'm not offended. I'm turned on.
Segue, segue, segue time!
Movie review with myself, Gwantz. Today we're going to be talking about
Movies!
This is going to be really difficult because we're going to be treading on thin ice right here. But the movie that I kind of want to talk about is Human Centipede 2.
Yeah! Eat! Yes! Oh, I saw the preview. It's even creepier looking than the first one.
It is, yeah. So has anyone here besides myself seen the movie?
I haven't
I've not
seen the
seen
first
either.
one.
I have.
You haven't seen? Oh, you haven't seen either.
I have
Yeah.
seen the first
You
one.
have seen the first
I
one.
Yes.
watched the trailer of the second one, and I've seen that creepy little man who stars in it.
Excellent casting, by the way. First thing, the first movie wouldn't have gone on so well without the perfect typecast of the professor, who's
Yeah.
just this awkwardly scary German man, and they did great casting for the fat, creepy guy in this one, too. So, kudos, casting of Human Centipede.
Wait, why are there
I'm
two
gonna
different bad guys in it?
Well, Mike's
I'll
about
get to
explain.
that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to preface this entire segment just by saying that these two movies are arguably the most horrifying thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Legitimately. And not even like, oh, some people are scared of them, some people don't. Like, they make Saw look like an episode of Barney.
Well, here,
It's truly disgusting and demented.
are they scary or just gross?
That's the thing.
It's
It's,
both.
it's not even scary. It's more just like the principle of it. It's like, yes, they're gross. Yes, they're kind of scary. They're more gross than anything. But the premise is what is the most horrifying thing.
Mhm.
It's that a person would actually think to do this.
Right.
Even fictionally.
Think to do what, though, Mike? Should we go there?
Hmm?
Think to do what, maybe for some of our viewers who don't know what we're talking about.
Okay. Basically, Human Centipede.
This is gonna be fun.
The first Human Centipede movie involves, I'm trying to, if I can phrase this in the least gory way as possible. He basically tries to make a train out of people.
Uh-huh.
So he,
Let's say the tail ends in face hole is attached to the middle's out hole, and then the middle's face is attached to the front's anus, and then the front just has a mouth.
Good try, Nick.
yeah, you slowly evolved into just saying the real words.
Sorry. It has more of a...
Yeah, basically the point of it is to create.
Well, anus is strictly a medical term.
That is
so that's
true.
acceptable.
So anus is okay.
In short, Human Centipede means 3 people, 1
Intestinal
digestive tract.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say
That's
about
all I
that.
gotta say.
It's disgusting.
It's vile.
And
Good casting, though.
this guy kidnaps these 2 girls and this one Asian man.
This one Asian man who's already been kidnapped.
By the end of the movie, like 2 of them commit suicide, and it's like to be continued. Whatever.
Yeah, and what
it's like, how are they gonna make a sequel out of this? The person in the middle is still alive.
But I love how they do make a sequel out of it. Michael, explain.
So in the sequel, I can't even believe I'm talking about this.
Do it.
In the sequel,
going there.
it starts out the beginning of the movie. So they start out with this guy,
If you don't let go of my hand. I'm sorry.
this creepy large man who's sitting. He's like a security guard or something
In a parking garage.
in a parking garage. Yes, and he's watching on his laptop the movie Human Centipede. He's just finished the movie, which first of all, right off the bat, just discredits everything that happened in the first movie because it basically states the first one was a movie.
Was actually a film.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, really, you're just an idiot, Mr. Tom Six, you brilliant director, you.
That's him.
Oh my gosh, Ali just pulled up a picture of this man on
We'll put it on a link on our
Yeah,
page
wait, would we be able
should
to,
we?
like-
No, we are not putting a link.
I don't want to do that.
of the guy.
Yeah, just of the guy.
Not
So the guy.
Wait,
Yeah.
like, would we be able on the YouTube video, like when we talk about something, like have a picture pop up of it?
We can do that.
Okay.
No, we can't.
And the first
You're
one's-
making more work for me, and I really want to do it.
the first picture is going to be the creepy guy from Human Centipede 2.
Anyway, so continue. We're almost done wrapping this preview up.
Yeah, we're gonna hurry. So basically, Human Centipede 2. This creepy guy, watches the movie, and he's so inspired that he decides to do it himself. Except he's not a doctor.
Just a regular guy.
He's just a regular guy, and he just thinks he can do this with household tools,
Like a crowbar.
and a staple gun. All I'm gonna say, and he instead of 3 people, he uses 12.
12.
And
It's disturbing, but it's like a car crash. You have to watch it.
it was like a car crash that I was forced to watch. Like they sat me down and were like, "This
With
is
your
gonna
mouth
happen."
and anus.
Yes.
It's an anus crash. Oh, wait, sorry.
Basically, my friend who goes to St. Louis forced me to watch this movie.
There's always an excuse.
He
But-
forced you.
Best part of the movie, when it was over, I got to drink a Christmas ale.
Christmas ale. Great Lakes Christmas ale. At a store near you. Buy it fast.
Link.
On a lighter side of the TV or movie viewing spectrum, I watched Dangerous Lumber, a Hey Arnold episode with my roommate.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do remember that one with the guy who's supposed to be like Babe Ruth.
It's like Manti.
Is that the guy? Is that the
something.
show that has the name Skeeter in it?
No, that is
That's
Doug.
Doug.
Oh.
Was that the episode with Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy when Harold says
Yes.
that? Okay,
Is that where that came from?
that's where that came
Yeah.
from. Harold gets beamed in the face with a baseball.
Because
By
Arnold has this thing called Dangerous Lumber, which I don't actually think exists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time he hits
Oh, I've
it,
heard that
he
term.
hits someone.
But it's not applicable to this conversation.
Michael,
I'm speechless right now. I don't know what
you
to
can
say.
you can go on.
Okay, well, I think that was pretty much the sum of it. Although the one thing I do like about that episode is when he goes to the hot dog place that the baseball player owns,
Yeah.
and no one's there. That was like the coolest restaurant I've ever. It's like basically a
Oh,
recreation of a
yeah.
ballpark where you get to eat hot dogs the whole time.
Really?
And he's the only person in the entire place getting a hot dog. I would have been there like every single day.
Yeah, like,
It's just such a good place.
There weren't like the tables like the dugout.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh,
was so
yeah, I
cool.
do remember that. No, that was really cool. That was really cool.
That's neat.
Arnold had the coolest room. You know. You gotta wonder where the money for that room came from.
Well, because it was a decrepit old house.
Yeah.
We lived it was an apartment complex. If you
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
So like
Very
Yes, you
realistic cartoon. If I want to kind of go back and watch episodes of Hey Arnold now and see how it's different, because it seems like one of those shows more like Charlie Brown-esque, where it's more melancholy than just laugh out loud funny,
right.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still fun to watch.
It's very there's something very human about Arnold
I agree.
that I found very relatable when I was a kid. And you know what? I've said this before, but when I went to New York this summer, I felt like all of my years of watching Hey Arnold as a child prepared me for a month alone in New York City. Like when I got to my hostel on the Upper West Side, I'm like looking around. This is Arnold's neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Stoop kids never leave the stoop. Stoop kid never leave the
Mr.
stoop.
Wynn was easily the best kid I did in the entire boarding house.
I liked Mr. Smith.
Oh, right.
Brad Pitt.
No. He was like a CIA agent who no one. He was only
Oh,
in
that's
there for
right.
like one episode.
Yeah, wait, I thought that he kind of would reoccur, but then they have like this whole string of things, and it's revealed that he has an estranged daughter or something.
No, that was Mr. Wynn.
That was Mr. Wynn, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because it was the Christmas episode, which I watched last week. I've been on a very big Hey Arnold binge, along with Breaking Bad.
You watch Breaking Bad?
I do.
Oh no, I'm the only person in this
We'll
room
talk
that
about that
doesn't
in
watch
the break.
Breaking Bad,
I'm up to like season.
which is going to be like
three.
a 3-minute break at this
Yeah,
point.
we'll talk about Breaking Bad after the break.
Right.
I'm at like
Bad.
season 3 episode.
Breaking Bad. I like it. Nice.
Okay. Now I think we've got time. We got like 6 minutes for Ali to talk about his segment, Talking Pointless.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to Talking Pointless with me, Ollie Burkhead. What I'm here to talk about is what?
Continue.
Speak into the mic.
Yeah.
Ish.
I'm here to talk about what is the general consensus on a new addition to Xavier's campus, Andy's Mediterranean Grill and Bar, housed in Ryan's Pub.
Affectionately
So
named.
Randy's, affectionately called Randy's.
I call it Andy Ryan's Mediterranean Pub Grill.
No, you don't. That was the first time you've ever said that.
No, I do. I've said that before.
Andy Ryan's Mediterranean.
Andy
Pub Grill.
Ryan's Mediterranean Pub Grill.
Okay, he's a liar.
I think that's the only way to describe what it exactly is, too, is by calling it Andy's Ryan's Mediterranean Pub Grill.
Well, you know, honestly, and it got a lot of flack, and I'm going to be the first person to say I disagreed with the decision up top. But it slowly has grown on people,
It's starting to
like a
work.
fungus, Initially, it was a pain in the butt, but it slowly is growing on people, mostly because it's their fries. I'm going to attribute everything to their fries, which are delicious.
Well, they do have good, like, all the food that they used to have, like the chicken fingers.
The
and
chicken
stuff,
fingers are good too.
The food's gotten better. My
Yeah.
personal dislike is just the subs. Like, the subs, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
And also, the ability not to use as a meal swipe was the real killer.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried the subs, but I can vouch for the falafel wrap and the gyro, which are not good.
I don't think they're good.
I was personally offended by that. Being Greek by heritage, so growing up on like my grandma Yaya making like homemade gyros and like spalikopita and all that fun stuff, I was very against getting anything chain Greek food, and I did, and I won't do it again because I was disappointed.
Well, Andy's isn't a chain.
It is,
No, Andy's was a restaurant that's up by kind of in Clifton,
yes.
which is independently owned. He just opened another store here.
Well, then therefore it's
Does
a
that
chain.
make it a
If,
chain?
if there's more than one store, it's a chain.
There's 2 links as a chain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
One
was
would say,
I was just
if
asking.
you won't love it now, you'll never love it again. Still, never break the
What
chain.
on earth did you just say?
I don't know what's
That
going
was
on.
funny. That's a link to the song. I don't even know that song, but it's like,
I think
if
there's
you
just an excuse for him
never
to
love
sing and
me
use his
now,
Yep.
you'll never love
Do you
Take
want
me
to
40
take 5
lashes.
minutes?
but I
You get 40 lashes in 40 minutes to just sing.
remember.
All right. Well, I think we're going to take it to the break.
Break the chain.
No? Okay.
But, yeah, so we'll take it to the break. And
When we come back, White Girl Problems for the first time with Nick and his sister, Josh. It's going to be good.
see you in a bit, folks.
Bye. In a very American world.
I don't want to see your man cleavage, bro.
And
we're
we're back.
Welcome back to PalawaThepiki.
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 PalawaThepiki. There we go.
Alright.
That was actually really
That was
cool.
cute.
That was really
Carnival.
good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I just, like, we've been doing these little musical interludes of things. White girl problems, white girl problems. So I think we should keep it up. Monotone.
We'll work it out.
Okay.
And none of us can sing except for Nick.
And then it all sounds like mail time from Blue's Clues.
How does that go?
Mail time.
Here's the mail, it
Never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna yell, mail! Actually, fun fact, Steve, when he had to like go off to college in the real world, I'm using big air quotes, did he have a drug problem?
No, that is a rumor. Snopes.com dispelled that he chose to move on to other acting interests.
Like what?
Well,
Not doing
Snopes said
anything?
it then.
No, Snopes.com is like, they know their stuff.
Other acting interests, like cocaine.
He is not. Steve is not.
Cocaine.
Okay, so we're going to lead into our first segment after break, which is Thanksgiving. As you know, this is our Thanksgiving segment, or our Thanksgiving show. And first of all, we were talking about what our favorite Thanksgiving food was.
Mm-hmm.
I know mine probably personally is cranberry sauce.
Oh no, that's my least favorite.
Really?
Really,
The
really?
can creeps me out. It's easy. The can
Yep.
creeps me out.
Yep. It's too predictable.
Well, do you guys get the Jell-O'd cranberry, or do you actually get like the actual cranberry?
I don't get cranberry sauce.
Either, to be honest. But what I'm referring to now is the canned cranberry sauce, and I'll tell you why I think it's so fantastic.
Okay, well, didn't answer my question because
What?
we get canned cranberry, and it's like a Jell-O-ish type.
Yeah, it's like a jelly thing. Like
Oh, yeah,
it like slides out of the can, and then you slice it up, right?
Exactly. Well, because
Yeah.
they also have the actual like cranberry sauce stuff you can buy separately,
Which is
why-
mashed cranberries.
Right.
Yeah, I'm referring to the canned
Okay.
cylindrical gelatin
You
cranberry
like it
sauce.
because of the cylinder, don't you?
It's not. No, I like it because when you slice it up, it. Yeah, okay, there are a number of reasons I like it. It's like the underdog of all Thanksgiving foods.
You think
It comes out of a can. You think it's going to be disgusting, but it's really quite fantastic. And you cut it into little chunks. You can eat it by itself. Okay,
Okay.
goes really well by itself, and it also goes quite fantastically with turkey and mashed potatoes.
Sounds like the mistake on a plate, but that's ironic for you.
Maybe this is the year I try it. The can has always scared me too much.
It's American. Accept it.
Green bean casserole, my least favorite.
I don't like green beans. I like green beans.
I like if it's done well. If it's done well. My favorite is just the classic stuffing.
Stuffing
You
is
can't go
like
wrong
a-
with stuffing.
you can't.
Yeah.
You really can't.
Especially when you bake it inside the turkey.
Oh,
And then it comes out, it's moist and it's got all the
we're going
juices of
there.
the turkey.
Oh, Lord. We're still talking about Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here's a general question: do you guys have like?
I didn't get to share my favorite Thanksgiving food.
Oh,
hear it.
Come on, Ollie.
Ollie, what's your favorite food?
are you crying?
Well,
Here, let me wipe.
Ollie,
Just wipe.
Ollie's crying.
Continue
over
to talk.
Ollie's crying.
As I wipe.
my favorite Thanksgiving food. I'm partial to sweet potatoes
What?
because of their how versatile they are.
Explain.
Well,
What?
For a while, the sweet potatoes in my house were just served like, put them into a baking pan, and scoop them out, put them on the plate, add cinnamon if you wish. I always wished. But lately, my mom's has been stepping up her game, and what she does is she takes a half of an orange, hollows it out, and serves the sweet potatoes in an orange
Oh.
with
Ew.
melted marshmallows and cinnamon. on
Oh.
top.
That
that
sounds
disgusting.
phenomenal.
Disgusting.
It's
No, that
I'm
sounds
gonna-
fantastic. Nick, that sounds great.
Sweet potatoes in an orange?
Yeah, you get a nice citrusy taste.
Yeah.
Leslie
inside
Burkhead, I love you to pieces, doll. I do. However, maybe I just need to try it.
I'm gonna just go right in the middle of all the reactions and say I'm kind of indifferent to that. I'm very neutral because we had the yes, ew. I don't know.
He's willing to try
Well, I mean,
it.
and also, the putting it in the orange gives it its own storage receptacle, so
Yeah.
it doesn't. You don't get that.
You said that whole story just to say the word storage receptacle.
No. The one downside about Thanksgiving. Well, it has potential to be a huge downside or huge upside.
How about the mass killing of a minority?
Wow.
Okay.
Anyway,
Wow.
with Thanksgiving, you're putting a lot of food on a plate.
Yes.
There's going to be some cross pollination. Now, I think we're talking about that later, or we can
Now we can talk about it now.
About
The
cross
segue's-
pollination?
Yeah.
The segue's already here.
Okay. The orange peel keeps the sweet potatoes by themselves because they demand to be served by themselves. So really, they're not really versatile.
They're not versatile.
Not at all. But,
Thanks, Rachel Schroeder.
But I do like the oranges. So that's my favorite food.
I thought oranges were, especially with the cloves, are more of a Christmas thing, though.
Thanksgiving, as established in the last podcast, is a segue holiday to Christmas.
Which it shouldn't be.
That's debatable.
Nevertheless, it is. Okay. Next topic of conversation.
Actually, can I do what is everyone thankful for?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna drop this on us right now. Okay, fine.
I was gonna save it to the end,
Yeah.
but we're in Thanksgiving mode. So
No,
what is everyone
I'll
thankful
start.
for?
I'll start. I'm thankful for having the opportunity to attend this wonderful university. I'm thankful for my family, who I love very much. I'm thankful that my dad is employed. I'm thankful for this radio show, PalawaThepiki, and I'm thankful that Ollie and Nick pay attention to everything that goes on.
Go next,
during-
Ollie.
Nick wants to go last. I'm sorry. Nick was trying to do audibles.
Does that mean he's gonna try and say something really funny?
Yeah.
To end off
Yeah.
on? Yeah.
I'm thankful.
And I'm thankful for Tiny Toons. Go ahead.
God. I'm thankful that
No.
Andy Dalton's
Terrible.
red hair gives him the ability to be the best quarterback the Bengals have had in recent memory.
Which is sad.
And I'm also thankful that I get 5 days away from Nick Sangaris in the peaceful comfort of my own home.
Nope, I'll find you.
Also, I'm thankful that I'm going to spend Thanksgiving playing The Elder Scrolls Skyrim because I don't need a social life. I'll make my own in a video game.
That was very understanding new media-ish. Pat Note.
I'm thankful for
Don't.
I'm
No,
gonna choose
no,
mine.
no.
I'm thankful
I'm
for
thankful
Randy
for
Patton.
No, stop it.
Mike, what are you thankful for?
Randy Patton again,
Randy Patton.
and Dr. Dwyer.
Saint. Avoiding the cliche, because I am thankful for my family and 2 of the 3 people in this room. I'm going to leave that.
I think that's me. I think one of me is me.
I thought it was me.
I think it's me.
Well,
It could be both me's.
Let's
Okay,
go.
you and
Here
me.
we go.
See, I love causing fights in the room. I'm thankful for Xavier. Every year I've kind of branched out a little bit more, and this year I've met more people than I have in the last 3 years combined. Nick's holding my hand again.
Come on, just tell the story.
You've got so many branches now.
I know, it's kind of crazy. The other thing I'm thankful for this summer too. It was a good summer, and Yeah.
So Randy Patton.
Yeah, and Randy Patton. Guy's a saint.
I'm thankful for a couple things. Okay. I am thankful for, of course, my friends and my family, who I'm going to see over break. I'm thankful for full house ventilation systems because it helps keep the house nice and cool. I am thankful for the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which always comes up around December, because it truly is one of the best things that television can offer. I am thankful for Xavier, but I'm also thankful for PalawaThepiki and all three guys in this room right now.
So Randy Patton. Moving on.
No, do not. I did not say that.
But you did.
I did not say
Moving on. Now, Thanksgiving brings with it a number of blessings, but also a number of problems. Relatives excluded. When you get your food on your Thanksgiving plate, sometimes it's just frustrating because you get, I guess, what I call overlap.
Absolutely.
Which can ruin a particular portion of your plate. It can be detrimental if you do not properly contain your gravy or your
I've seen divorces
potatoes.
happen because of this.
Me too.
I just yell at the F word when it happens to me.
Fig Newton! Ah!
Why didn't I get Fig Newtons?
But it's more of like the sigh. It's more of like
Fig.
F. And then everyone's like, what's the matter, Mike? What's the
Fig.
matter? And I'm like,
Isn't it obvious?
Nothing.
Isn't she lovely?
Nothing. And then it's just bad because it's a passive aggressive Thanksgiving where everyone's like, "Oh, what's wrong, sweetie?" Nothing. Nothing.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't
It's
worry.
just
Passive aggressive Thanksgiving.
is something wrong with your food? No, it's fine.
speaking of passive aggressive, this is completely off topic, but this is how I feel. Every time I'm home, my sister, Megan Glynn, that's the name bell ring if you want,
Ding, ding.
she makes me play Jenga. And I always lose because...
Because he's a CIA agent and he's trained to blend in.
No. I
You don't
lose
know how
every
to
time.
create, only how to destroy.
Right.
No.
Hence
Because
Jenga.
I want to hear why.
It's like an Outlast game, basically. Because we're both really, really good at it. It's up to that last point where it's like that really difficult piece to move,
Oh, yeah.
and then the whole
Oh,
tower falls
yeah.
down.
Right.
Like, I try to screw her over all the time in the game. Like, I put, like, the base just has, like, one block there, and then it's, like, a two blocker, and then another one blocker, so it's wobbling all over the place.
Sure.
She always makes the perfect move. And this year, I'm going to beat her.
Do it.
I'm calling her out right
Do
now.
it.
You
And
can
I'm
do it.
going
Call
to
her
beat
out.
her in Jenga.
Call her out.
Can you update us in the next podcast if you succeed or not?
I will.
So-
Maybe I'll live tweet it at our
Ooh.
Twitter account.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
At
Livetweet.com.
PalawaThepiki.
Hashtag Jenga.
It will happen.
So, going back to a previous topic conversation, what is the best technique for arranging the food items on your Thanksgiving plate? Now, I believe that the obvious one is you put the turkey and the mashed potatoes next to each other, because they work like peas and carrots, or rather turkey and mashed potatoes.
They do. I think a good thing to do first is to maybe like identify what are the dangerous
Oh,
what are the
definitely.
dangerous items. I think gravy for sure.
I think the
Gravy is
items
the
that
obvious
cannot
one.
take gravy are the ones that should be separated. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, and turkey, for all intensive purposes, can have gravy on them and still taste good. So
Yeah.
put those together in a nice little quadrant. Green bean casserole cannot. Cranberry sauce certainly
Oh,
cannot.
that's the
No.
big one.
You know what I mean? It's
No.
the cranberry sauce. So I think you need to separate things based on their ability to take gravy.
Here's the thing. So you can have cranberry sauce, I believe, near the turkey because I think those things mesh kind of well.
Well, I wouldn't
Like
know.
if they had to if they had to spill, I think cranberry and turkey that's acceptable. Cranberry and stuffing, I would say no.
No, not at all.
Those cannot mix.
No.
So I think we've agreed if you're gonna have your mashed potatoes, so you have your mashed potatoes and then you create the little gravy crater in the middle. Okay. So first
grater.
the grater. You have the grater, and your hope is that the gravy does not spill out of there. But in the case that it does, you will have a wall of turkey on one side, and then a wall of stuffing on the other side.
What if you go bold and you just put the turkey in the grater, so it like kind of just sits in the gravy, and then that way you can kind of like scoop in the wall.
How big of a pile of mashed potatoes are you talking here? I mean,
Well, I've never really thought this deep into protecting everything, and it just kind of naturally happens. But I was thinking, what if you make the wall of like the mashed potatoes and then the stuffing wall, and then you put the gravy in the middle of that?
We're
And then
not
you-
playing Risk, okay?
in a way we are.
We did it.
What? We're not playing Stratego.
It's risky.
Listen,
That's what this
Who remembers
is.
Stratego?
At the
do.
Burke
Stratego is that game. Bombs and spies. And number 2 and flags.
You always put the bombs on like the right side and then put your flag on the left side.
Well, yeah, and you always think that it'd be like okay to cover the flag with the bombs, but guess what? If you have a 2 in there, it just takes down all the bombs. So what I did was cover it with a layer of bombs,
We talking
but then
about
cover it with
Minesweeper?
like a layer of like 9s.
This sounds like Minesweeper.
I thought we were talking about.
used to
trying
No,
do
it's
the Ventus
Stratego.
game.
It's
No,
Stratego.
what
It's
I
the
do,
best game
What
ever.
I do, and it's never worked, but it will
Is
work.
put
one
the
day,
flag right out there.
right in the front of the middle, and then be like, I wouldn't touch that one if I were you.
No,
and then
that'd be stupid. That's another CIA topic that they taught you, isn't it?
Anyway,
Love Stratego.
so when Mike,
Hashtag
you were talking
Stratego.
about putting turkey in the grater, what if you literally made a turkey teepee? So,
PalawaThepiki!
so you have your mashed potatoes in your grater. You set up your turkey such that it leans on each other, creating a turkey teepee, perfectly protecting
How appropriate
the
for
gravy.
Thanksgiving, a turkey teepee.
See, I have a feeling when you get to that point,
It
your
is.
family
Indians,
is going to be
Americans.
like, Michael, stop playing with your food.
Right? No, that's true. That's true.
You know?
Listeners, if you make a turkey TP, take a picture of us and we'll post it. Take a picture of it and send it to us, and we'll post it on our website.
We will. And
PalawaThepiki!
you'll win a $10 Chipotle gift card
Not even joking.
after we talk to
Wait,
them
will
and
they really-
get it
will
for
they
free.
really-
I mean, I have two.
Will they
iTunes
really
gift
win a
cards in my
$10
pocket.
Chipotle gift card?
If they
Yeah,
send
they'll
it
do
to
it.
us, the first person to send it to us will win a Chipotle.
Can
gift
I
card.
send it to you guys?
No.
Even though
No,
I'm on the show?
shut up. You can, I mean, you can do it.
Can I have a $10
I
gift
think we
card?
should all attempt to do a turkey teepee over
Honest to God, I'll do it, and I will send the picture in. PalawaThepiki.
I also have two iTunes gift cards in my pocket.
Now,
Just gonna throw that out there.
What?
I still have the two iTunes gift cards.
You know
in
who
my
could do it
pocket.
is Emily Gilbride. Since I said I'd shout your name out, you were looking fierce and fabulous today. I'm walking across the green space. So
name
send
drop
us.
Bill.
Ding! So send us a picture of your turkey, Gilbride. Love you.
That sounded obscene.
That sounded really obscene.
So at the Burkett family Thanksgiving, we have kind of an X factor.
Xavier.
It's called margaritas.
We oh, it'd be funny if you wasn't kidding. But we actually have broccoli and cheese. That cheese sauce.
Yum.
Well, yes, but that cheese sauce.
Leslie or Tony? Was that Leslie or Tony?
It's actually Laura, my sister.
Oh, Deebs. Name drop. Ding!
But it's a very interesting X factor because that cheese sauce is unruly. It will not be contained.
It can't. One could say it can't be tamed.
40 lashes.
I'm at 80, I think. Okay, so broccoli and
You
cheese.
just named a segment.
It's
by the way.
unruly. I said it can't be tamed. I think that was a good completion for that segue.
I think
that
so,
segment.
too.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we now?
I think we're at Waco Problems.
It's time for Waco Problems.
It's time for Waco Problems.
Waco Problem.
Okay. So it looks like Josh will not be able to be with us today. He's probably on the 3rd floor of Gallagher like he always is. I've called him twice. He has not answered. Regardless, I am here. I will do it. Last night was the American Music Awards, which is kind of like the pre-Grammys, which means that it is the pre-award show that doesn't matter, because the Grammys are talk about slaves to like public opinion. But I was not able to watch it. I was busy doing various things. However, I heard from many different people and many different news feeds that Taylor Swift was the one who won the night. Apparently, she won Best Artist or Best Album or some major award. And I have a problem with that. One could say that I have a white girl problem with that. Because
Get it? That's the name of his
That's the
segment.
name of his
it's the name of my segment. Because Taylor Swift, though she can write her own music, is not talented. Now, I did not say she doesn't make catchy songs. I have Taylor Swift songs on my iPod. But it brings up the whole object of where has music gone today?
Don't get me started on that.
Real music. Like Beyonce.
Oh, come on.
Don't get me
No.
started on that.
And, okay, well then here, is it fair to say Adele is a real musician?
What do you mean by real music?
By who takes her craft seriously, has genuine real talent, and can evoke an emotion with her conduit of a song.
My favorite Adele song is the one where she's upset at the
Oh my god, how original is that, Ollie? Shut up, this is my segment.
You asked public opinion.
I don't think there's anything as called, as a real musician. I think that musicians can be like inherently good or bad or in between, and I think Adele is very talented and a good musician.
Okay, there you go.
She is, but there's so many dimensions to that. Like, she's a good singer, and I believe she's a songwriter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is a
Songwriter, and that's really about it.
and she's not a very talented singer.
But to have Taylor,
she's sellable.
Right? She's sellable, and that's what pisses me off. It's more about this type of like capitalistic ideal of what music is now. To have her win over people like Lady Gaga and Adele and these people who are truly talented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not one of those gays that like worships Lady Gaga and thinks like the ground she walks on is holy ground. However, the woman is talented in her own right. She's a bit odd, but at the end of the day, she's a trendsetter, and she's doing today what John Lennon did when he was alive, and what real trendsetters do.
I would argue against that. Would you not say that Lady Gaga is almost more like abhorrible in the realm of music, considering that she has all this talent, but she has chosen to make a career out of settling for pop crap?
But see, I agree with you from what she says and what she writes doesn't connect with the ultimate end product. But I think, like, as an artist, as what she does is try to create social awareness for various issues, and when she speaks, and we're like, regardless of where she speaks on interviews and everything, it's like a higher level of entertainment. I agree. Like, at the end of the day, Born This Way and Judas and all these fun little pop songs are just that. They're pop songs. Like, they get to people like to dance. However, the artist behind the pop song is what I'm saying is the driving force.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't you think that the music of the artist should reflect all those things? If Lady Gaga really cared so much about, raising awareness for these issues, shouldn't that come out in her music? Shouldn't her own being coming out in her music? Shouldn't the fact that she is a talented artist? I've seen videos of Gaga with things that she's composed on piano and sings at the same time, and she's wonderful.
And she does that stuff too, but at the same time, the one thing I really respect about Lady Gaga is, and this is both fortunate and unfortunate, she knows how to play the game. The game has been out there. It's been laid down as you really, especially in today's world, you release dance tracks. The day of, like, the ballad is not over. However, if you talk about the people who are on the radio, the Rihannas, the Beyoncés, the Katy Perrys, the Keshas, the Lady Gagas, the radio now today... You and I is a beautiful song. You and I is a beautiful song, and that's more like what I consider where her true artistry comes out. Song. It's been a long time since you came around. That's a good song.
You and I.
Yeah, you and I.
It's got Brian May, the lead guitarist of Queen, playing on it.
Huh.
Yeah,
and, so cool.
And so, like, it's back in, and again, to argue, for every you and I, she has, like, a just dance. Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to say is at least she creates some type of talk. And the woman is intelligent. You certainly can't knock that. And she is, like, what Madonna was before her. Madonna wasn't that good of a singer.
Madonna's got pipes. I will say
Well, that's the thing, and I agree. Lady Gaga has pipes for days. But if she chooses not to use them and be more of a trendsetter and try to change the way that, like, art is used, and the thing is, like, Lady Gaga has said multiple times, she is theater. She is, like, theater incarnate. And that means being crazy and wacky and all that stuff. But at the same time, it creates conversation. It creates awareness for more than a singular-minded, like, track view on life.
I've heard a quote before that says people who constantly push the barrier and push the try to go outside the box all the time are only do so because they don't know how to work within the system. And I think that's not. I don't think that's true of Gaga. I think Gaga knows how to work inside.
Absolutely, she does both.
She's talented. No, she's talented, but she has sold out to the radio. She's sold out to her career. She is, in my opinion, she is like the second coming of Madonna, the singer. And there's really nothing it's totally intentional. You see the theatrics that you speak of is everything that Madonna was, except
But one could argue that Madonna made some
exponentially.
Madonna made some really revolutionary tracks.
Mm-hmm. No,
Madonna's truly, and her music changed. Not completely, not like in a Michael Jackson way. No way am I comparing the two. But however, her style and her strong feminine energy that she, you know, the whole girl power and the various songs she did changed the way that the music industry is represented today. You know, so regardless of whether or not Madonna was a good singer, she was a darn good performer, and she could evoke emotions in people.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
absolutely.
one could argue
I agree
that
with
that's more important than good singing. You could be a good singer, you
No,
could
I
also be a
agree.
good performer, and that's what I think Lady Gaga is.
But is it important, you know, is it important just to evoke something, just to stir up commotion and create a movement for something? Or is it really, I would argue that it's more important to actually express something legitimate through your music other than just stirring up emotion?
Well,
'Cause
I
emotion-
mean, Born This Way is legitimate. No other has there been a song, at least that I can think of, that's been so blatant and positive that, like, this is a song about gay rights. I'm not going to try to hide it behind, like, confusing words and, like, a storyline that doesn't connect. It's like, this is purely love yourself regardless of who you are. And, you know,
That's good.
that was a huge social statement.
Okay.
There's some radio stations that still don't play that song because of the
really?
message behind it. Oh yeah, and or either that or they edit out the I can't remember but there's a list there where she's just like, oh god, if I were to sing the whole song I would know, but she's like, whether you're gay, black, lesbian, transgendered, or anything like that, and she says all those words, and they edit that out. Obviously, it's in the more conservative areas, but I think that was a big social statement. I think that some other of her songs that I can't think of exactly right now. Well, okay. Well, one could say that what was it? Bad Romance was a social statement against the media and how she's blatantly admitting that, saying like, yes, my relationship between my art and the media is a bad romance. Because at the same time, if I want my art to continue, I have to play the game. Because if I go off and I try to do other things, the people who control me, my producers, my record label, they won't agree with it. Because way back Gaga, I'm talking like Just Dance Gaga, and that first album, that was pure Britney, Christina Aguilera, Kesha pop.
Yeah.
So she knows how to play the game. She did it for a year or two, and then it was really with the release of like the Fame Monster that she really just turned into like what we know Gaga is today.
This is kind of a segue, but the whole idea about writing songs, like artists who write songs about being pissed off or having a conflict with the record company, that annoys me. Because
Well, that's how Sarah Bareilles became famous.
no, I know.
Love
Even
song, right.
even like my favorite artist Ben Folds, he's written one or two songs. His song "One Down" is about his like struggle with the record company and trying to write stuff that he feels, you know, like that's true to him, that's real to him. That's what the song is about. But at the same time, it's like, why write something about that? Like, why? Then you see it in hip hop a lot too. They talk, you know, the whole competing with the record companies and stuff and the labels and all that and getting attention. And I think it's stupid because it's not relatable. It's not anything human that just the average person.
You know, one
can feel.
could say that the relation to like the producers or like the haters, and especially in hip hop, you know, people who are telling you what you need to do. Everyone has that in their life, regardless of whether or
that's
not
true.
they're
It's the
paying.
same, like for that. The manager that makes
Welcome
you
to
work,
the conversation,
The manager
too,
that makes
Ollie.
you work late at Denny's is to the average Joe, as the producer that makes you crank out the manager that makes you crank out a track that you hate.
Yeah.
Is to the big recording artist.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to serve somebody.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, and in the Ben Folds song "One Down," kind of reflecting what you just said, he has a line that says, "I'm really not complaining. I could well be busting tables. I could well be pumping gas, but I get paid much finer for playing piano and kissing ass." And I think that's
Hey, sign me up.
it's yeah,
Just
it's
to
an
join the
interesting thing.
conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say hi, Mike. Welcome
Hey,
to
Mike.
the conversation.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Oh, hi, Mike.
I didn't really have anything to say. You guys are kind of like doing your thing.
In our zone. That was
Yeah.
a good conversation.
No, that was good.
Oh, let's see. We were at 4:10.
Oh, I'm just skipping my class, by the way. I had class at
There we
4,
go.
but I'm
That
just
means
skipping.
we can try the Mueller moment call.
Do you have? Was your class at 4 also?
I don't have a class today.
Did you?
I do. I have a meeting at 5
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, we're
And
gonna be done
we-
by 5.
and a shoot.
Are you still
That's
shooting Musk?
Yeah, we can talk about Musk very shortly, very briefly, but
I thought you guys were done.
no, we're not quite
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
We're not quite done shooting. I'm like, we have one scene to shoot today, which is an homage to the season opener of Lost for season 2, and
That's all we'll say about that.
yeah, that's all we'll say. And and then we have another shoot, but then we'll be done shooting completely forever and ever. Amen.
And then Mike is damned to editing hell.
Yep. I'm gonna have.
If you're free
Have a lot of
tonight,
fun.
I do need help with my editing project.
I am not free. I have a lot of stuff to do.
You said not, and I don't approve of the word not in the sentence. You will help, and you will have a good time.
You guys, I have a new idea for a
I'm
future
sure I
segment.
would have a good time.
Could it be called
Were
the
I
call
able.
out segment where we virtually just call out people and we shout out to people?
You do that anyway. We have a name drop bell, Nick.
1, 2, 3. Ding! Oh.
You didn't name drop anyone.
Okay, Jay Cusick. I love Jay Cusick. 1, 2,
That
3.
was forced. I'm
Ding.
not thinking.
Yeah.
You can't make it. You can't
It has
do
to
that.
naturally
Show
flow out
couch?
your tongue.
120 lashes.
No, you said 140. at least.
Unless it's Randy Patnode.
Randy Patno. Ding!
Yay, I love Randy
I
Patnode.
love Randy.
I love Randy Patnode. Talk about king of name drops. Shoot, if we brought a bell into Randy Patnode's class, it'd be name dropping the entire time.
I think we should try to get Randy Patnode in as a guest interviewer.
I was just thinking. the
I
same
might
thing.
have to.
I
I
think
might.
it's
I
doable.
might have to be sick that day.
That's fine.
That's a win-win for you, isn't it?
Yep.
Our guest speaker is a little tardy. Dr.
He was
Kevin.
here.
Dr. Kevin has had class at 4.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. Well,
So can I call Mueller?
we should definitely be more
Can I try a Mueller
time
call?
conscious of these things.
Yeah, let's try the Mueller moment again.
If this works, I'll be so happy.
Me too.
He will pick up at some point.
He
I have-
Real
first of
recap:
all-
what a Mueller moment is.
Okay. First of all, Mueller moment. We call Andrew Mueller, ask him what his life is about. Initially,
This is progress. We have 2
initially
rings.
we were not going to tell him that he was on a radio show, but he saw the page. Unfortunately, found out.
Oh.
And Dr.
Dr.
Kevin
Kevin just
showed
walked
up.
into the room.
Hello, everybody.
Just in time for the Mueller moment. Silence.
This is progress, though. At least it's ringing.
I know.
This is vintage Andrew Mueller right here.
You have reached the
Ah.
voice mailbox of Andrew Mueller.
That doesn't sound like him.
It's Dr. Kevin here. I'm just really, really disappointed in you, Andrew. I was expecting to speak to you, and you just ignore my call. I just don't believe you. This friendship's over.
Ooh.
And that, I'd like to start up our new segment. This is, whenever we feel like having it, a segment called Medical Advice with Dr. Kevin.
Hey, Dr. Kevin, I'm sick. Help me.
Everybody?
We need to scoot
Everybody's
another
sick.
That's our sound. That's our sound bite for
I
this
feel
one.
like we should have probably
I can't.
planned this a little
Can,
bit
could
better.
Dr. Kevin
Maybe-
scoot back?
Dr. Kevin, scoot back.
Or maybe Mike Grunty could just be a baby.
Oh, that was loud.
Wow.
I'm just gonna stand.
Some anger issues here.
But our friend Kevin, well, not a licensed
Good
PhD,
transition into
Our
this
friend
segment,
Dr.
guys.
Kevin.
Our friend
Dr. Kevin.
Way to go.
has the best medical advice of anyone you'll hear.
Oh, it's great.
So I think what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll say our various medical ailments.
Should I introduce myself first?
Oh,
Say a little bit
absolutely,
about myself?
absolutely.
Yeah, Ollie.
By all means.
Hello, everybody. My name's Dr. Kevin. I do have an MD, believe it or not. Went to med school.
Where at?
Sorry.
Went to a little school called Cornell. Ever heard of it?
Oh.
It's a small school in Iowa, not the Ivy League school. Yeah,
Cornell College.
people haven't heard of it.
Cornell
so
State.
That's why I asked if you ever heard of it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
but yeah, it was a great school. Really prepared me well to be a doctor. So I'm here to give advice
You
for
learn about
anybody that needs it.
sutures and clamps.
Everything.
Dr.
everything.
Kevin.
Yes.
I
breakers.
think I could represent a great majority of this campus. I've just had a ruddy nose and I'm just congested. I've been congested for a while, and I've tried the Mucinex, I've tried the NyQuil, and nothing has worked.
Yeah, those don't work.
What
I'm
can
not
I do?
surprised.
What can I do?
I'm really not surprised that those
Oh,
didn't work.
sorry.
Yeah. I'd say just go out like just in a t-shirt or something and just just start running around, like
Okay.
have a little fun. Like
Okay.
you might feel a little more sick for the next day or two, but like in the
But it's
long
worth it.
run,
It's
in
like
the long run
sweating
you're
it
gonna be
out.
better. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'll try.
You get
I'll,
the sickness over with. Yeah.
I'll try that. I'll try.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely recommend that.
Good
yeah.
stuff. Thanks, Dr. Kevin.
Yeah, no problem.
Kevin, I've
Wow, he's really
developed a.
Call him Dr. Kevin. That was rude.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
come on.
Dr. Kevin. Dr. Kevin. I've developed this sort of embarrassing behind the ear fungus.
Oh, I've heard of this before. Yeah, it is embarrassing.
I don't know what to do when I go out in public. I feel like everyone looks at it because it's blue.
Yeah.
I've seen it, actually. I've been trying to not look at it this whole cast.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, actually.
What should I do about my ear fungus?
If I was you, this is what I'd do. I'd just kill myself. It's not worth living.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like, medically, like, nothing's wrong with you. It's just embarrassing.
Sure.
So.
No, I know. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. I'll take that into consideration when I think about killing
Let me know
myself.
what you decide.
Okay. We'll do. Yeah. I'll give you a call.
I have a question. This is more about, like, this isn't actually medical, but it's more of just,
Sure.
like, a therapist question.
Sure, no problem. I can do
Now,
that.
there's a big increase of redheaded people here at Xavier.
Yeah.
Recently.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed that.
Agreed. Agreed.
I've treated many redheads recently.
Yeah, and there's like this weird thing where like if a redhead sees another redhead, it's almost kind of like this like I don't know if it's like a duty or a responsibility to be nice. I'm not nice. Like I'm not gonna be friends with another redheaded person.
Sure.
How do I get them to stop that like assumed friendship? Because it's really annoying. Because like I know enough redheaded people in my life. I don't need.
Yeah, we all have to limit the redheaded people in our life. Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
How do I get them to stop?
You know, something I do to handle the redheads in my life when I don't want them around, I always carry a knife on me. And when I see them, I just pull it out and they start running. I don't know.
Okay.
Usually works for me. So.
That sounds like it would work.
Actually.
Dr. Kevin.
Yes.
I recently acquired a wound on my back of my forearm.
Back your form.
Yeah, and I mean the wound itself I don't care about, but I put a Band-Aid on it today, and the Band-Aid has been pulling my arm hair painfully all day.
Oh, yeah.
What do I
Not
do about
good.
this?
Not good. You know what? There's really no cure for that. You just gotta tough it out. Maybe shave your arm hair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what drag queens do.
Wait,
should just shave all of your
I'm
body
a loyal. I'm a loyal fan of No Shave November.
Oh, are you? I thought you just naturally looked
You're
very
gonna have a rough rest of the November then. I don't know what to say.
You should just shave all your hair off your body.
Okay.
Ew.
So, Dr. Kevin, I have another
Yes.
question.
Okay.
So, every time I go home for break, I have a close relative. I won't name
Ollie's
the
dying
person.
right now.
Sure.
I have a close relative who has started waking up in the middle of the night screaming. I don't know what to do about it. You know, I've tried going in and consoling this person.
Look at Ollie. What people can't see is Ollie is almost on the floor laughing.
But
right
it's getting worse. It's getting to a point where I'll come home and this person will just be screaming and not even realizing, not even conscious of what they're doing.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
You know, I'm really a fan of chocolate. You know, I gotta stick with chocolate. I'm like a
Yeah.
simple man. You know, no toppings or anything, just plain chocolate.
Plain chocolate.
Yeah.
No whipped cream.
On occasion. On occasion.
Dr. Kevin.
Yes.
Very pertinent question.
Sure.
Droid or iPhone?
Or Windows Phone.
No, shut up. Droid or iPhone? I haven't. When I go back for Thanksgiving break in like less than 48 hours, I'm gonna get an upgrade to my NV3
Just
Touch,
play with
which
it.
I've
You'll
had
love it.
for a while. I don't like this. That's disgusting.
No, just
Droid or iPhone? Because I had the opportunity for both.
You know, what the viewers can't see right now is I just pulled out a phone, and believe it or not, it is an Android device.
You heard it from Dr.
That's
Kevin,
what I'm going
folks.
with.
Android's the way to go.
That's what I prescribe.
I just realized that Android and Droid were the same thing. That shows how much or how little I care about the Droid.
I prescribed Mike with some stupid pills a while back. That's why you said that.
Oh.
Heard from Dr. Kevin,
Dr.
folks.
Kevin's going in on you.
And so
Yes.
lastly,
Appendectomy.
I would just like to ask Dr. Kevin,
Yes.
as a licensed medical practitioner,
Oh, right, yeah.
Are-
That's what I am.
right,
Practitioner. I believe.
Practitioner.
Yes, that's what I
Are
am.
there any health issues to look out for over the Thanksgiving break?
Good question.
The thing you need to look out for is footballitis. I myself usually suffer from that over Thanksgiving. It's where you just sit down for 24 hours and just watch football.
Okay.
There is no cure. You can't do anything about it. It just kind of happens.
What are the symptoms? So you know that you're getting there.
There really aren't any symptoms leading up to it. You just kind of sit down and just watch football for 24 hours.
Oh, I see. I
What
see.
if the team you're watching sucks, though?
like the Browns.
It's a
like,
hard disease, trust me.
Like I suffer from high blood pressure in some situations,
Mm-hmm.
and like whenever the Browns are going to score a touchdown, I get really excited,
Well, then you should be fine.
and then they fail, and then it's
Right,
kinda
and then
like,
it goes back to
oh.
normal. Yeah.
If
You're
your
fine,
sickness
yeah.
depends on how long the Browns score a touchdown, you're going to live a very long, healthy life.
Well,
Ooh.
Colts fan. Coming from a Colts fan.
Suck for luck. Suck for luck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
coming from a Bears
Any
fan.
other health issues?
My father's a Bears fan.
You know, Thanksgiving is
That was a good man.
arguably
Michael Sangaris is a great man.
Thanksgiving is arguably the biggest binge eating occasion of the
True.
entire year. Anything to watch out for.
I would say Easter, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree, because it's that candy. It gets you.
Yeah, it really does.
Because
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is like you eat around the table and you're done. Easter is just you nibble.
Easter's
And you
like-
just nibble and
Exactly.
you nibble and it's
You
a
just
silent
keep going.
killer.
Like before you know it, you've
Ollie,
eaten 300 Whoppers.
Man up.
Speaking of Easter, what is the best way to chop up the
Hold on,
large
we're talking
chocolate
about
bunny?
Easter?
Yes.
Whoa.
The
We
best-
transitioned a little bit. No, I just want to. This is
No,
just,
this is a very pertinent
Way to
question. I agree.
jump ahead like 5 months.
Yeah, honestly.
I've just always wondered this. What is the best way to chop up the giant Easter bunny?
I usually just go straight for the head, just chop it off.
Do you use an axe? Do you use a knife? Do you use a steak knife? Do you use a chopper?
I use a steak knife usually. That's my
The knife
preferred
that he
method.
carries
But
around for his gingers.
exactly. But I mean, if you prefer an axe, go with that. The steak knife just works for me personally. So
Okay.
Very
Just-
dexterous.
So adapt to what's good
preference.
for you.
exactly, personal
Alright.
preference.
Well, Dr. Kevin, thank you for your.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
I actually am in the middle of a surgery right now, so I should probably.
Oh,
head
you should
back.
probably
okay.
get going. You should probably get going.
Is it
Yeah,
open
I
heart?
figured he's passed out for a
Open
while.
heart
I can take
surgery?
a little
Right,
break. So yeah.
Blood never runs out, so.
Oh no, never. All right. Well, I just want to thank you guys for having me on. It was
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Thanks,
Dr.
Dr.
Thank you,
Kevin.
Doctor.
Very informative.
Oh, definitely. That's what I try to be.
And a handsome chap at that.
Oh yeah.
Long live your patient.
Yes.
That probably won't happen.
And just as a point of reference, Nick has touched my hand 6 times now.
Okay. Nice.
7.
Well, we hope the best for Dr. Kevin's patient
Certainly.
in these troubling times.
Yes.
Poor son of a bunny.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And as an update from our Mueller segment from a little while ago, Mueller
Yes, this is
texted me
perfect.
back
This is perfect.
and responded, I am at the gym right now.
Ooh.
What?
Rude.
That means, should I give him a call again? Because I feel like you can talk and work out at the same time.
I may try calling him.
Yeah, let's have Mike G.
I get it, because we're both Mike G.
Because you guys.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, your last name is Glenn. I totally forgot.
It's okay. I won't list off the other things you've forgotten.
Come on, Andrew. Come
Mueller.
on. Take it. Take the bait. Take it. Do it.
Come on, Mueller.
We just need.
Do we actually know?
What
I just want to hear your voice,
What
man.
exercise do you think Mueller's doing?
I feel like there are 3 types of people that go to the gym. There's the social butterflies that walk around for the free water. There's the treadmill people, and there's the weightlifting people. I think he's a treadmill person.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
And
no.
then-
He's a biker. I know that he
Really?
rides the bikes. Yeah.
Okay.
Should not have worn these jeans today.
He rides the exercise bike. Okay. Well, Mueller moment didn't work out.
Again.
Almost. We almost had it.
Yeah. And for the record, we're no longer going to attempt to not tell him that he's on the radio show.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
But we still want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm. And you will too.
Yeah. Okay.
I just miss his face.
I think we're about rounding off the hour. So to everyone out there, it is November 21st. Thank you for listening to PalawaThepiki. My name is Michael Garenti.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Ollie Burkhead.
I'm Michael Glenn.
And happy Kwanzaa too. I'm Nick Sangaris.
Doesn't know where Kwanzaa is. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
Good afternoon. Good morning.
Enjoy your turkey.